probably at lunch. Now, the thing is, I went ahead and I spoke with another lead here just to find out exactly what the procedure would be in this particular case. Now,
this is a half hour
he was able to go ahead and actually bring up the complaint that was filed by the lead Maria on your behalf against Ambiance Medical for that June 27th trip. Now, I can take the complaint department anywhere from 1 to 30 days to respond to any one particular complaint. Now, unfortunately, there really isn't anyone that we can forward you to, to take care of that complaint because, unfortunately, the way that department works is they make the phone calls out. They don't receive phone calls because they do have quite a backlog of complaints to go through and, investigations to conduct and so on and so forth. So they don't actually receive phone calls like that. They do make the phone calls, though, and unfortunately, it can take anywhere from 1 to 30 days, though.
Well, I've already signed the grievance, filed the grievance from the end of June. And got
right, that was June 27th, and I've got that up on my screen right here. And so 30 days would be all the way to July 27th.
What I need to do is talk to Byron's boss. Do you understand me? He left me without transportation to my doctor's appointment. That's negligent.
Again, that is a complaint against the transportation company. That is not.
No.
That is not our.
It is a complaint against an incredibly negligent Byron. I need to talk to his supervisor, his boss, so I can get transportation.
Okay, I'm looking at the notes here. I'm trying to ascertain exactly how was he negligent. What did he do that was negligent?
He did not change the company. He did not do this. You told me that.
His job, though.
You told me that. You will not let me talk.
He does not have the
so
authority.
So it's apparent that you are just covering for Byron for some reason.
Okay, I'm not covering that. I'm telling you what our policies are. Okay.
Well, Byron
did not have the authority to change the transportation company. That's a whole different department altogether.
Well, he didn't send the request to change, and he is not conducting himself as a supervisor.
Okay, now I do see the request in here that you do not want to have ambiance. Okay, so he has put in the request to change.
Well, he did not
does
do
not have
his
the power
job.
to do. Okay, again, Mr. Brady, I'm trying to ascertain exactly what your complaint against Byron is so I can forward it. However, with you saying that he did not, change the transportation company, he does not have the authority to do so.
He did not set the process in motion. He did not, as his position.
I'm seeing the note here.
You will not let me talk. He did not, as his position is, find out why the companies are always being assigned and escalate the process of not having them assigned to me. He did not get the companies, the request for company change has been 2 weeks to get me a different company for 2 days.
Mr. Brady, okay, first of all, it's not his job to change the company. It's his job to put in a request to change the company, which he has in the computer here. Now, unfortunately, once it gets out of his hands, it is no longer his job to follow up with your transportation. He has put the complaint in. I'm seeing the complaint on the computer. I'm seeing that you have put in the request to change the company. And it is now no longer his job to follow up with that. That is not what we do in this department. We only take the phone calls and then forward it to where it needs to go.
Is it not his job to look out for the safety and security and health of those being transported so as not to cause them injury from waiting for so long for his ineptly assigned companies?
Okay, he is not the one who assigns the company, so it is not his responsibility to now it is our responsibility to make sure that we take all of the information properly. It is our responsibility to make sure that any complaints that come in, that we make sure that we take out all of the information as much as we can. However, we do not do the routing. We do not actually, reprimand the companies themselves. There is a whole other department that does that. We in this department are only just booking transportation and taking the complaints. We do not actually handle the complaints. We do not, we do not reprimand the companies when they are late. We call them up and ask them why they are not there. And if they are not there on time, we forward the complaint to another department, which is our complaint department, who then handles the situation according to their set of rules. Now, unfortunately, Byron does not have the authority to make anyone change your transportation company. Even his supervisor here does not have the authority to change the transportation provider. That is all done by the health plan's rules.
Let me talk to his supervisor, because he's not doing a job. I'm sure he has some way of escalating the request.
He has done in the computer here. There is a complaint filed against Ambiance on your behalf as of June 27th of 2017. I am looking at the complaint right here on my screen. Okay? That is as far as his responsibility is to take care of this. Okay?
Not when your company is sending incompetent company after incompetent company to do the job. You've got to have some chain of command to
we do not make the decisions in this department as to what companies are being sent or why they're being sent or forcing them to be on time. In this department, all we handle is booking the transportation and fielding the complaints and making sure that everything is documented. Now, I'm looking at the computer and I'm seeing the documentation for when you filed your complaint. It is now in the hands of the department that handles that complaint. And they will be contacting you within 1 to 30 days of the placement of that complaint, which was on June 27th.
I need to know Byron's position and his supervisor.
He is a supervisor here in transportation.
In transportation.
Correct. Okay, and in transportation, our job is to book the transportation that the members call in. We also take the complaints, but we do not change the transportation. We do not pick the transportation. We do not have control over the transportation in this department. Now,
if you don't have any control over the transportation, what is your part? What is involved in booking transportation?
We literally just listen to the members, give us the date, time, and location. We put that into the computer, which then gets forwarded to the department called routing, which then handles who gets the transportation and why. Now, that's all done under LA Care Member Services and the health plan's rules. Now, when you file a complaint and you call in to us, it's basically the exact same thing. We take the complaint, we put it into the computer, and then that gets forwarded to the department that actually handles complaints. Byron, the supervisor of this department, does not handle the actions for complaints. He takes the complaints and makes sure that all of us customer service representatives are taking the complaints as we should. But it is not his responsibility to make decisions or force any other department to do their job.
Well, I need to talk about who talked to whoever has the ability to force other departments to do their job properly, to force Byron to do.
And that is Byron has done his job, is what I keep trying to explain to you. He has escalated this to the complaint department, which is his chain of command. Okay, that is exactly what he is supposed to do. So he has not done anything wrong at this point. Okay, so now the complaint has gone on to the complaint department, whose job it is to find out what happened, why the transportation company isn't showing up on time, and then to rectify that situation for you. However, that is not Byron's job. That is the job of the complaint department, who has received the complaint 27th and is in the process of taking care of that complaint. I do apologize that they have not gotten back to you yet. However, they do take up to 30 days to respond to the complaints.
They have gotten back to me. The grievance I filed, they sent me the letter. I'm talking about the incompetence that goes beyond the end of June. It goes to me not showing, the transportation not showing up 2 days ago for my trip to the doctor.
Okay, and again, I'm showing for the trip 2 days ago, I am showing that they were late and they were a no-show. So that, again, gets forwarded to the complaint department. No one in this department has not done their job. Everyone in this department has done exactly what our procedures are to follow. We cannot do anything beyond that, unfortunately. All we can do is forward it to the departments that handle those situations. We do not handle that in this department.
Can you get me the name of the company? I had my heart attack 10th of October last year. 4 days later, the hospital sent me home with Logisticare'S. Can you give me the name of the company that is that provider on that day?
Okay, do you know what day it was?
I went in on the 10th.
You have to excuse my mean stuff. This is all of January 2017. I want to give you something to listen to. It's a half hour beyond where I started.
Okay, the 10th of what month?
So I was
October of 2016.
Doesn't have to do with this stuff.
Okay, so 10/10
incompetence or intentional negligence in LA Care and Logisticare'S, but
the 13th is the
it's
date
just
the
my
provider,
January.
the company
I
driving
figure 6, 10
drove me
to
back
12 minute shows,
home.
so I can at least put this on my YouTube to say this is what I'm getting from LA Care, Logisticare'S. Do a military children's burn unit check in front of them. Ask him what's your personal part. You can taunt him about you not doing your job. As you reach him by phone. But we want to know why, what you do to do that, because that's my family's lifeline not working when I tried to call John Mel Brady. 424-229-4140. Can't reach him. This is a little appropriate too.
All I need is the company.
Oh, well, not yet. This is Trump's phone gate. You see the red up there? That's very
I'm showing that was Ambiance Medical Transportation.
And it's not so much the buffoon here in office right now with the Russian eyebrows. Go figure, he's in bed with the Russians.
A couple of trips ago. It's not the same company, guys. I don't know if there's
placing Hussein in the highest office in America right after we got attacked by a whole lot of Husseins. That is what is driving this kind of taunting of a man in a wheelchair about his doctor's appointments and transportation to it that it's their job to do.
Medical transportation vehicle.
Leaving patients out in the heat and not having a backup.
Was able to accommodate a wheelchair.
Giving them bullshit that it will take 4 hours to get.
Has been showing up.
Another company to do the job properly.
They are the incompetent ones. This is a
check and post at 542-429-4140. Make a video of America's hijacked lifelines. And yes, calling from LA Care and Logisticare'S who are in danger of my help in leaving me. Waiting out there to start winning in the heat. Waiting out in front of LACUSC, Keck Medical, the hospital, the county hospital, as I am in the cold.
All I'm saying is this was a larger
Ask them, what is your part in this post?
Vehicle, it was brand new. What's been sent? I got a station wagon sent to me 2 times on the way back and forth with
the end of
June trip. That's not medical transportation.
I'm showing on June 27th, it was Ambiance Medical Transportation. On